Week 8 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns.
It's the Seahawks and the Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A guy coming off his best season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again, and he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
Back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Now Watson. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35. Give him. Yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one of the opening one.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first. Once, now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I'll check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The Seahawks at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down. If you look at this Browns defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Geno now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To the air again, Smith. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Geno. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things are in store here today for them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as they'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
I see it on sign to Wilson last few weeks. Believe he can be the top edge rusher. And when plays like that look routine. 9.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles last season. Certainly seems like a smart investment on their part.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Watson. And this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. That is caught by Cullen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Now Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drive out to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watson now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Folk connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And off.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Smith now to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3rd and 2.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Smith throwing again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
To the air again, Smith. This is caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot here before break. Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. This is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A very solid gain of 27.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Play action. It's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Smith. It's complete to Lockett.
As long as you go through your pocket reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for them than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Cohen. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 yards to go, 2nd down. A give up the middle to Evans. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Evans to the 27-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
That's to the pylon and incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Geno. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Geno's going to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion situation?
It is situation. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They will start this drive with 4, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's the second-year back, Pierre Strong. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson.
That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On the return is Cohen.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Watson. It's caught quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Watson now to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Watson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Watson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Chubb running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3rd and 2, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore
From 4 yards out.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They got 29 yards that time.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Rivers free, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
And strong run there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. James Robinson, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll get it down this time to 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run here with Evans. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.